Eddie Howe has admitted that the striker didn't notify him of his plans to train alone in Spain amid Liverpool's transfer pursuit. Well, Newcastle rejected a bid yesterday of £110 million plus add-ons. Howe accepts that he doesn't know what will happen next, but he hasn't lost hope that Isak will stay.
Well, obviously, I think from my situation, I am very much removed from everything that's happening back home. So I was made aware that there was a bid yesterday. That bid was turned down all before I even heard about it. So I think there's people back in England dealing with the situation. I really don't know what's going to happen next. But from our perspective, we still support Alex in every way. And my wish is still that we see him in a Newcastle shirt again. I think it's difficult because, as I said a second ago, you don't know what's going to happen from this point. There can be all sorts of talk of hypothetical situations. We can only deal with the reality. The reality is we had the first bid from Liverpool yesterday. I believe that was turned down. And from this point onwards, let's see what happens. I've got no idea of trying to predict that. In terms of trying to upset players and all that kind of stuff, I think from my perspective, we can only talk of our conduct and we try to do things in the right way. Look, signing players is always complex. We just try to do what we think is right. I can't talk of other clubs. That's not for me to say. Yeah, well, I know where he is really through the media. So I think from that perspective, it's difficult for me to go into any kind of detail. The situation is far from ideal and it's quite complex. So I think that's all I've got to say.
Newcastle boss Eddie Howe has finally broken his silence on the growing uncertainty around star striker Alexander Isak, amid mounting speculation linking him with a sensational move to Liverpool. Speaking during the club's PI Season 2 in Asia, Howe admitted the situation is now out of his hands, revealing he's unsure what the future holds as Liverpool's bid looms large over the Magpies camp. With Isak's explosive form catching the eyes of top clubs, tension is rising as Newcastle fans await clarity on whether their Swedish talisman will stay or go. The atmosphere around the team has grown tense, with Howe carefully choosing his words while acknowledging the seriousness of Liverpool's interest. Isak, who played a pivotal role in Newcastle's recent successes, could become the centerpiece of a major transfer saga this summer. As speculation intensifies, supporters are bracing for a possible farewell, while hoping the club can hold firm and keep one of Europe's most promising strikers. One thing is clear, this story is far from over.